Hi there, movie fans. This time I'm gonna show you my zombie collection. So let's start right away. First up is the Horror Classic DVD collection, 50 movie pack, which contains 50 movies, 50 old classic horror films. And some of these horror films are very early zombie films, including this one, White Zombie with Bela Lugosi. Here's another one, Revolt of the Zombies with Dean Jagger. King of the Zombies. All these films are very early black and white zombie films from the 1930s, and they're not the the flesh-eating zombies that we all know today. But in those days, they were more like people who are hypnotized. For example, in the White Zombie, Bela Lugosi plays this voodoo master who hypnotizes people, including a young girl. And I guess, I don't know exactly how the story goes. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. But I guess he hypnotized these people, and they have to kill other people for him, I believe. I'm not exactly sure. But those were the early zombie films. Another early zombie film is this one. Not this one, this is a different film, but this one is I Walked with a Zombie, which is also kind of like a voodoo, hypnotizing zombie film from the early 1940s. This is one of those Val Lewton movies, but this is a great one. So those are kind of like the early classic films from the 30s and 40s. But then in the late 1960s there was another zombie film that came out, and that completely changes the way we see zombies, or we think of zombies. And that was, of course, Night of the Living Dead by George A. Romero. The original classic. This movie really changed it all. This had nothing to do with people that are being hypnotized by these insane voodoo masters, but this is dead people who comes to life and eats the living. So this is the one that started it all, the original classic, and it still is a great film to this day. Now I also have this edition of Night of the Living Dead, which is the 2-disc special edition. That is the Dutch version, and you can see here it has the colorized version, or at least it says so, but it does not have the colorized version. This is just the original black and white version, which I prefer over the colorized version. I'm not really a big fan of black and white movies that are being colorized. So I'm very glad they just put the black and white version on the set. And this is a very nice digi pack, as you can see. Now this is the first disc is of course the movie. The second disc which is this one, has a documentary on it, which is called Reflections of the Living Dead, which is about almost 80 minutes long, I believe. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely worth it. About 10 years later, Romero made the follow-up to Night of the Living Dead, which is of course Dawn of the Dead. This is the Ultimate Edition. Oh, wait a minute, here's the back. By the way. Yeah. Got a lot of great. This is a great set right here. It has four DVDs. It has this little booklet and 3 different versions of the film. It has the original US theatrical version, the extended version, and the European version, which is also known as the Argento cut. And this is a small comic book of the movie. So yeah, it's a great edition of a great film. And here you can see all the discs that this set have. Dawn of the Dead. Part 3, of course, is Day of the Dead. This is the, what you call it, the DV Max series, digital video to the max. These are kind of like collector's cards, which is not part of the set, but I just added them myself. And there's also this booklet. Of all the 3 zombie films that Romero made, this is probably his most disgusting and gory film, without a doubt.